video we will be covering up bridge watch keeping basically, and bridge watch keeping while we are at anchorage. Luckily we have restricted visibility as well today, so we will be covering a few points on what all things to take care of when we are in restricted visibility, especially at anchorage. Always arrive 5 to 10 minutes earlier on your watch to have an overall assessment of conditions.
Good morning, sir. I will go to deck now and make a roaming.
Yeah.
Check the anchor chain leading.
We have very good visibility right now, almost zero.
Yeah, because the visibility is very poor, so we need to check forward enough.
Yeah, over enough. And take the rounds for the stores also. We have all the stores that are locked. Just take round for that check also, and also the anchor leading.
Okay, sir. Copy on that. Also, the watertight door, make sure all closer in lock.
Yeah, all the watertight doors are closed and everything secured. Anchors secured, and no weight on the anchors. And if anything, any changes, you report on the bridge.
Copy, sir.
Okay, proceed on that. Check for the master's standing orders or any other instructions that have been given by master. Comply with the bridge checklist, and one by one we usually check each and every item that are mentioned in the bridge checklist and verify that everything is as per the checklist. Starting with the navigation lights, we are right now presently at anchorage, so we will have our anchor lights on, and we will have all our deck lights on. As we have restricted visibility also, we may sound signals for a vessel which is at anchorage as per rule 35. We should also physically go outside of the bridge and check that whatever navigation lights are shown in the panel, in the indication panel, are actually lit outside. So just to confirm that there is no fault and there is no fault or false warning or false indication on the panel, we should visually go and check the lights. Once we have finished checking the lights, we would go and tick back on the checklist and move on to the next item. We have made sure that all the navigation lights are off and the anchor lights are switched on, sound signals are on. We will now proceed to the next article, and that is your steering motors. We should check that one steering motor is switched off and only one steering motor is running while we are at anchorage. We must verify on what's the notice period for the engine room, how much time interval they require to prepare engine. In case of an emergency or in case we require engines, we have to put the engines on short notice so that we can use it like quickly. We can have maneuverability and we can use the engines in whenever we want. So one by one we are going to check the status of all the bridge equipments. Proceeding further with the checklist, we have to check the difference of our magnetic and our gyro compass. Check all the repeaters that have so that they have the same heading and they are both synchronized to the main gyro. Check repeaters on the bridge wings as well for the synchronization with the main gyro and gyro heading. We must also check the condition of canvas, if it is running or it's in off mode. While dropping anchor, we must set correctly the swinging circle of the vessel as per the calculation of number of shackles that we are going to use and vessel's distance from bridge to bow. We shall input the same distance in the EGDIS as like we have done in the radar, and then we can monitor our swinging circle on the EGDIS as well, so that we can make sure that vessel is not dragging and the vessel stays under the circle. If the vessel touches the swinging circle, it will generate an alarm on the ECDIS panel and it will show us that the vessel is dragging or vessel is moving out of the circle. We can monitor the similar settings on the radar as well, and we can set the value of swinging circle on the radar so that whenever the ship moves from its position, that we can monitor by radar range and bearings from the nearest vessels and the landmarks. So we can set the settings of this anchor circle, swinging circle from here, and then we can monitor if there is any anchor watch alarm that comes on the screen. Like here we can see, we can now get anchor watch alarm when we have reduced the size of our swinging circle, and we can compare, like we can also change these settings. We will put back the original settings back after testing. We should check the course recorder, and we must check that the heading is matching the correct heading and the correct quadrant, and we must actually match it with our vessel's real heading, that it should match with our course recorder's heading. We must check if there are any messages from the NavTex, any nav warnings, any search and rescue warnings, and we must also observe if there are any navigation alerts. Always set the correct setting of the alarm on your echo sounder so that whenever it touches the alarm value, you get an alarm, and we may, whenever required, turn on the printing of the echo sounder. Check the status of fire alarm panel. Check if there are any disablements and if there are any faults. Confirm with the engineers if they are working on something. Also check the VDR for any alarms, any alerts there. Should be no alarms in the normal condition. We have to check the status of AIS, and the vessel is at anchored. We have to select the status as anchored. We have to check all the other settings, voyage data settings, and make sure everything is accurate. We have to monitor the channels on VHF for the port, for the pilot, for the VTS. We have to monitor our MFHF, and we have to also monitor our SATC messages, whether we are getting any nav warnings, whether we are getting any weather updates. We have to take care of that throughout our watches. We have to monitor the AIS messages as well. We can get this on our AIS, or we can also get this on our ECDIS. Ivan, come in, Ivan.
Come in there.
Ivan, check the anchor leading.
Yeah, forward sir, change easy, up and down, and also clear sir.
Copied, forward chain leading up and down, and thank you. After checking each and every equipment as per the checklist, we may now log it down and note down the timings and mark it like we have complied with this checklist. We should also mention the checklist that we are complying with in our deck logbook when we write down our logbook. For our anchor log, for our anchor watch, we will record hourly the position of our anchor, the position of our vessel, leading, the nearest vessels, the nearest landmarks, the distance and bearing from those, change of UKC, charted depth, condition of weather, wind and current, etc. We will log it down in our anchor logbook. while on watch at Anchorage, we must plot all the nav warnings or all the weather forecasts that we are receiving through the period of our watch, and we may make a log entry in our GMDSS log for whatever weather messages and whatever nav warnings that we have received in our watch. We have to make the arrival reports that we have dropped anchor. We have to make maneuvering reports for dropping anchor, and finish all our record keeping, whatever we have to do. So whatever changes we have made in our passage plan, we will mark here, and then we will notice that, and whatever changes additionally we have made. So new, this is the new one. After we have updated all the changes that we have made to our passage plan, we will compile it up, and then we will make a log entry into our deck logbook for our watch of 4 hours, and we will make all the entries correctly for our anchor position, our anchorage ground, which anchor we are using, all the weather conditions, and the deck logbook entries. We will make sure everything is correctly filled. That sums up pretty well this video. We will be covering takeover of watch while we are underway later on in our next video. Thank you.